Leo, welcome to my channel. So today is your reading for January 2025 and wishing you a happy new year. The decks that you will be seeing in today's reading are going to be the Gilded Tarot by Cairo Marchetti. We've also got the Madeline Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. Okay. And we've also going to be using the Shaman's Dream by Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron Reid. There you go. So we'll do the tarot first and then go straight into the oracle cards. So Leo, January 2025, here we go. See what wants to come through for Leo for January 2025. Guidance, wisdom, inspiration, motivation. I'm feeling that there's a situation here where you can make a choice, but then you maybe choose to do another thing instead. Because as I'm shuffling, I'm going to pull a card out and then I'm shuffling again. And I've done that about 2 or 3 times now. So there's something here about decisions. Oh, you cannot make this up. And that is a card that has exploded, which is the Two of Swords. Interesting. Eight of Wands to take something forward. Emotional fulfillment at the bottom. Nine of Cups. Eight of Pentacles, work. Five of Wands, the battle. Two of Pentacles, a foot in both worlds. And that's under the choice card as well. That's under that card. So there's a choice here in relation to your ambition, a choice here in relation to what you want from life. There's possibly an energy here of a foot in both worlds. I want to be vegan, but I like steak. I want to leave my job, but I like my wage. I want to go into self-employment, but I'm scared of losing money. I'm scared of not being good enough. We've got the hanging man coming in there, going with the flow. Straighten these out. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is your little abundance tree. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. I'm feeling here a message that whatever it is you're planning, say if you are planning on leaving a job or whatever, or setting up a craft project, or setting up an initiative, or even going out to buy some books, there's a tendency here to think, have I got enough? Can I do it? Is it possible? Excuse me. I am not the only one sniffing at this time of year. It is a frustration. I think it's got something to do with Mercury retrograde. Anyway, I'm not an astrologer, so I will stop going down and pretending I am an astrologer. But yeah, it is weird. Anyway, because I've seen other people doing it. Claire, tangent. Also feeling sickly with Mercury retrograde. Anyway, like I said, I'm not an astrologer. The Page of Pentacles, he's got his pentacle to do something, to create something, to get away from something that's causing him pain, to get away from angst, to get away from vitriol, to get away from things that are not serving him. He's got something here that he can get away with. Not get away with, but he can get away from it with. He's not going to go in there with his wand. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to join this. I'm going to use his pentacle to go forward. There's a lot of doing cards in this reading. A lot of doing cards. I mean, even look at this. We've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. 7, 8, one after the other. You've got your tools, you've got your pentacles. Now it's time to get something done. It's time to get something sorted out. It's time to harvest something, and then he does. With this forward movement, we've also got the Hanged Man coming in. And the Hanged Man can be about blocks, but it can also be about seeing something from a different perspective, loosening up your view of the outcome here. There's something here about needing to relax your view of the outcome. Something here as well about self-worth. There's something being shown to you in January about your self-worth. Um, and I feel this has been something that has been traveling with you for quite some time, maybe all your life in some cases. Am I good enough? Am I able enough? Am I enough? Am I enough? And with that question, my answer is, of course, you're enough. You've got your Eight of Pentacles, you've got your Seven of Pentacles. You know, you can get a job done. You've got your Page of Pentacles here as well. There could even be some childhood conditioning here with this reading, or conditioning from other people, conditioning from people in your past or people in your present that maybe like to suppress you or downplay you. Some of you watching as well, as a child, you were not encouraged to embrace your gifts. You were not encouraged to embrace intuition, to embrace magic. Maybe you had quite a rigid upbringing or a cold upbringing or a very solid upbringing. Now, a solid upbringing can be good because it's grounding. But if something's too solid and too dependable and too stuck in its way, we can really struggle with that. And it feels as though we've got that energy in here and we're having to make peace with that. We're having to make peace with that, weighing things up with the Two of Pentacles to make a decision going forward. What narrative am I going to take into my future? There's also something here with these two cards in relation to the actions of somebody and needing to see it from a different perspective. Now, this card here, Eight of Wands, can be about communication. So there's something here about communication, something that's been said that needs you to look at something from a different perspective. Um, what this is, that's up to your situation and what's playing out. Looking from a different perspective could be not taking it so personal. The person that said it may not actually be aimed at you. They may not be thinking of you. It may be something within. So it's just stepping back a little bit. Um, Also, as well with that Eight of Wands, let me just give my nose a wipe. Roll on 15th of December, that's all I can say. Anyway, that's when it ends. Actually, you'll be watching this after that. So we'll be at the other side. Mucus, hope you're not eating, is also about release. And I know a lot of us, I think everyone's doing release at the minute. So you'll hear a lot of coughing, you'll hear a lot of sneezing, you won't hear a lot of people going to the toilet, but people will be going to the toilet. A lot of stuff with the pain body. Um, what is it you need to release? What is it you need to release? Shall we ask? What does Leo need to release? What does Leo need to release? Choice, Three of Wands, something that you're receiving. The Lovers. It's what I've said. It's this energy and this projection that you've gone through where you've been dumbed down. Could be employer, could be family, could be friends, could be society. And you're really struggling with having to rise up here. You're really struggling to find your light. Consequently, what are you receiving? What are you receiving? Is it more of this fear or is it something else? Yes, they've got the anxiety card here and needing to transition away from this. So we're going into swords now, and we've got an ace of wand, a breakthrough. And yeah, defense, needing to defend yourself with something. Moving away from the games that your mind can play on you. Maybe you can sense this transition, which is why you're feeling a little bit edgy as well. Some people may not like what you say or what you do in January with this card here, but it has to be said and it has to be done because this is about you stepping into your power and making choices that come from your heart. I also feel as well with these anxiety, transition, Ace of Wands energy here, this dude here having to defend himself, the card of health. So the lovers is also about health and healing. There's something here about burnout, needing to recover after burnout. So this could have been after the Christmas period. This could be after something you've gone through. But there's something here in January, just giving yourself some time to recover from burnout. Okay, let me just take that off the screen. To recover from burnout, to give yourself some space. Also, as well, that could be cancelling plans, ringing in sick. Taking some time out to make sense of your thoughts is also needed in January, needing to make sense of your thoughts so you don't take them with you. And any thoughts that you do take with you, because we do take thoughts with us, we're human beings, it's about, I'm hearing thought mastery. I'm going to call this video thought mastery. I always do this. We know that, don't we? I always write it down because otherwise I will forget. Thought mastery. It's not trying to suppress your thoughts. It's not trying to be toxic positivity. It's not trying to pretend everything's perfect and bullshit yourself. It's making sense of your thoughts. And there's some inner world work here needed as well. So you're happy with the thoughts that you've got, but they're not overwhelming you like with this card here. And consequently, with that, we can move forward with the Ace of Wands. We can go forward. And we know our place in the world then. And also, as well, there's something here about not being that bothered about people not liking you, not being bothered about kickback. There's also something here for Leo in relation to something that possibly is delayed, but by the end of January, it can start to become more materialistic. It becomes tangible. And that brings some happiness as well. There's a freedom here from that. Okay, let's clear the tarot up and go into the oracle cards and see what wants to come through for the oracle cards. So this is the Shaman's Dream deck. Leo 2024, Leo 2024. Closing door completion. Closing those doors, stepping away, deep diver, diving into task. So, Eight of Pentacles again, needing to really get in there. Seven of Pentacles, something that needs to be harvested. There is that tree, there is that pile of washing. In the Radiant Rider-Waite deck, that deck is like what looks like a pile of washing. It's a big pile of pentacles that needs sorting out. So, this is about getting something done. Diving into change, diving into this transition, not trying to bypass it. And interesting with bypass, you're going to be required to feel and experience all of it in January. There's going to be that, like when you're planning a holiday, we just want to get rid of the waiting and get into there, and even like the traveling. And actually, sometimes the best part of a holiday can be the planning, can be the packing, can be the looking online at what you're going to do. It can be the travel to the airport or the stay in the Premier the night before you travel to the airport the next day. Do you know what I mean? Um, and that's what April, write April, put April into your diaries for 2025. There's something about April in 2025. But that's what this message feels like as well, that it's about being as fully present as you can be. Straddling worlds again, we've got this Two of Pentacles, we've got the Two of Swords in this reading, wandering between realms as well. So this can be physical worlds, foot in both camps. This can be transitioning from employment into self-employment. It'll resonate differently for everyone. There's also something here about realms and things about dreams, time traveling, shifting timelines, straddling the different dimensions. Could even be like straddling 3D, 4D, 5D and beyond. We are in a like a pendulum energy at the minute. In one moment we can be 3D, then we can go right up to 5D, come back to 3D, go up to 7, and so on and so forth. And a lot of the time we don't realize that we're doing it during the day. And we just do it until at some point we start spending longer times in the higher dimensions, if that makes sense. You'll spend more time in 4D than you do 3D, and then you'll spend more time in 5D than you do 4 and 3, and so on and so forth. Whale song resonating. It's important going through January that you really feel into what resonates with you, that you can't BS yourself anymore. Anything that doesn't resonate will make itself known. Stars in the sky and limitless possibility. So this is limitless. This is the cosmos. This is go higher, think higher, look higher, act higher, and react higher. So maybe there's going to be situations in your life where somebody's toxic or they do something to you. You're being asked here to not go into an eye for an eye because an eye for an eye makes the world go blind. You're being asked here to go higher, not higher as in as far as I'm more superior than you. It's not going into anger or vitriol or fighting back. Okay, we had that message as well earlier before, haven't we? Will of the wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. So, any situations that you have in January, any shadow moments, there's actually treasures within those moments. Moments to clear karma, moments of self realization. So, again, back to my previous message, it's about self realization and being really present with what you're feeling this month. We've got the empty well, which we had earlier, which is replenish, time to replenish. So needing some downtime, either just after burnout or before, if possible. Feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. With this card, we're dealing with choices and their consequences. Choices of the past, present choices, making peace with our choices, understanding the alchemy in our choices, skywriting the fates. Also, with this one, understanding that our destiny is up to us going forward. I've said this in a lot of reads lately, be it a personal one-on-one read, a tarot scope, energy read. We're stepping away from prediction energy. We're stepping more into mastery, self-mastery, and alchemy. And first breath, beginner's mind, a real clean slate energy here. Watch your astrology during January because there's something important for Leo star sign, Leo moon, Leo sun, Leo, etc. Okay. Um, okay, let's do the Magdalene Oracle and see what wants to come through. I always keep worrying that I'm not recording with this appliance. um, so that's why I always like you see me on the screen doing that. So I make sure that I'm not. No, I'll make sure that I am recording if that makes sense. God, again, Mercury retrograde with the speech. The amount of people that have said to me this feels like the worst that we've had for a while. I know we've got Mars in retrograde as well. Mythic reality again, different dimensions. Maybe you're having a pull to different dimensions, different memories, different lifetimes, the lifetimes when you were a druid, the lifetimes when you were a shaman, the lifetimes when you were in Avalon. Um, there's family at the bottom, and the love that you feel for family and the love that you receive for family and family healing and allowing family healing to take place. There could also be things within the family that may be out of alignment, could be traced back to mythic realities. Things that happened during Avalon, things that happened during Atlantis, Lemuria, Babylon, all of that. What happened back then could be having an impact on your family now and your role in the family and your place in the family. And there's an energy here of possible spiritual maturity, especially if you think that you're on a path of healing and awakening, to understand that it's not just the eat, sleep, rave, repeat energy of 3D false matrix world, that there's something else at play here. I was going to say to you past lives as well, and we've got past lives. So there's past lives that is at play here as well, be it mythic reality past lives, be it alternate lifetimes that are happening right now, be it past lives when you were a Victorian or an Edwardian or whatever. There's past lives at play, and that's having an impact on the family. The Matrix as well. What did I just say about the Matrix? The Matrix is what we're made up of, what society is made up. Look at the cells there. Um, See what card comes next. And love. Stepping into love. So this could be stepping away from false matrix programming, stepping into love. There can be a lot of separation energy online, even in the well-being community, about labeling certain people within our lives. And I'm actually starting to believe on my journey where I am now that that can actually do more harm than good. You know, when we're starting to diagnose people just by what we've been watching from an influencer, you know, they're a sociopath, they're a narcissist, is actually really dangerous territory. And it keeps us anchored in that energy. Because the more that we say it, the more that we embody that. So there's something here about letting that go. And that's how you get your liberation. Seeing the bigger picture with the third eye. And that's how we get co-creation. So interesting energies, co-creation, emotional release, heart opening, throat chakra stuff as well. Interesting reading there, Leo. Some big stuff going on. Past lives, mythic realities, um, family choices, dynamics, burnout, liberation, and co-creation. So thank you for watching. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.